Ready to head out there? Or did you still need time on your own? Bye.
If you're gonna use the elevators or stairs to reach the other levels, try to keep them clean. I hate filing litter reports.
Do yourself a favor and just go.
The Red Devils aren't exactly your average bar crowd. You can see it in their eyes. We don't belong here.
Private drinking establishment. Vets only. Are you now? Tell me, how many missions you have under your belt? Bars for real veterans, not cadets playing dress-up. Come back when you've got some blood on your collar. No. Glad we understand each other.
A friendly reminder that throwing litter on the balcony is prohibited. Please use an authorized waste receptacle.
Not supposed to talk to you.
Hello.
Be careful down near the mines and enter any active sites at your own risk.
Everyone like that.
This place reminds me of my UC Navy training barracks. Cold, cramped, and offensive.
I don't care what anyone says, this is still the toughest assignment.
Proud to be a UC Marine. Hoorah!
This is right where I belong. Wish my family understood that. Not sure if I ever wanted to be a Marine per se. This is just where life took me. Growing up, all I ever wanted to do was leave New Atlantis and see the settled systems. Joining up with the Marines was the easiest way to do that. Best decision I've ever made. I don't mind it too much. Things can be rough here, but that's sort of why I like it. I'll admit, though, that I'd like to be stationed somewhere else someday. Not that I don't like it here, but I'd like to see what else is out there. What? Do you mean I'm not miserable like them? Guess not. Yeah, it might not be the most glamorous post and the work can be tough, but it sure beats the hell out of whatever I'd be doing back home. Writing papers, presentations, doing spreadsheets. Nah, that's not for me. I'm happy to be here, and I wish my family would understand that. Yep, my family doesn't like that I joined up with the Marines, but nobody's more worried than my sister. I feel bad. Her birthday's actually coming up, but I'm not able to visit her. She's gonna be worrying about me on her birthday. Actually, maybe you can help me with that. Would you mind giving her her birthday presents the next time you're in New Atlantis? A bit nosy, are we? I'm just kidding. I'd like to know what I'm carrying with me as well. I'll pack some Sidonia souvenirs for her. Dumb things, like some dust and rocks and stuff. She likes those sorts of things. I also wrote her a letter. I just wanted to know that I'm doing okay and that she doesn't have to worry about me so much. Awesome! You're making my life a whole lot easier right now. Thanks for doing this. And tell her I said happy birthday. Have a good one.
A sober Sidonia is a safe Sidonia. While indulging in alcoholic beverages is not discouraged, operating heavy machinery
Always
while
be ready for
influenced is dangerous to yourself and those around you. Please always drink.
They may have disbanded the Red Devils long ago, but we could still be an elite fighting force.
Used to think I was guard material. Until I discover that space travel turns my stomach in knots.
Welcome to Sidonia. Stay out of my way.
Some might see junk, but I see an opportunity to turn scrap into something I can sell and profit off of. Hi, welcome to Jane's, Sidonia's only 100% independent one-stop shop. I apologize if I'm a little distracted. I'm currently dealing with a little issue, but please let me know if there's anything I can get for you. My stock may be low, but my prices are high. I mean, good. The prices are good. Yep, that's me on the sign. Jane. I operate one of the few independent, non-franchise businesses in Sidonia. I've scrimped and saved for years to build up my little shop. Literally, when I started, it was barely a kiosk, and I was selling loose machine parts, scrap metal, bottled water, whatever I could get my hands on. And my hope one day is to keep expanding to other planets. I've already got a small logistics subsidiary in the works for shipping cargo. Lack of options, I suppose. I was born on Mars. I never knew my mum. She left when I was little. My dad took good care of me, but he died when I was 14, so I had to fend for myself. Those years were the hardest. The shop began as a way to survive, and it's been successful, so I've stayed with it. You have no idea. Every time I feel like I'm getting ahead, something happens to knock me back down. But unless you're some sort of merc, I'm not sure you can help. See, I saved up to get a new ship and hire a pilot. He was supposed to help run deliveries and bring in all sorts of new goods, but he went missing. I can't find anyone willing to track him down. I'm worried something bad has happened. I'm not sure. I'm hoping it's something simple, like he ran out of fuel. It's an older ship and it may have had a minor leak. But I know there's a problem with pirates out there. This was Eric's first real piloting job, and I'm worried they could tell he was easy pickings or something. Could just be my overactive imagination. If all else fails, I'm probably going to, but I'd rather not. That ship? I bought it from a sketchy dealer because it was all I could afford. Seemed too good to be true. I'm not sure now it was entirely legit. So, you see the problem with contacting SysDef. Really? I mean, thank you. I know it's a lot of trouble, but it'll mean a lot to me. I'll try to compensate you as best I can when you bring back Eric and my ship. It's a cargo runner called the Berry Mule. The last signal I got from him was out near Triton. It's a starting place, at least. And try to bring them both back in one piece.
All citizens are welcome and encouraged to make use of the Sidonia Community Center on the mid-level for activities of all sorts. Seek a Community Center representative to plan your event or regular gathering today.
Faith in the greatness and ingenuity of the human spirit is what helps.
Ready to head out there?
The stars.
Or did you still need time on your own? Until later.
Why, hello there. What can I help you with? Have you come to seek assistance from the House of Enlightenment? Yes, the Enlightened serve as a community-centric institution, much like a traditional church, but without religious faith. For it's the community and faith in one another which is important, not adherence to a particular religious dogma. We're here to serve the Cydonia community in many ways. While we don't have a belief in a greater power, we have faith in humanity that people will always strive to better the human race. As a community, we come together to help those in need. Food, shelter, basic amenities. We'll provide because that's what people do for one another. That's okay. Maybe the Sanctum Universum is more your speed. If so, you can always speak with Horace over there. Actually, before you go, would you mind helping me out with something? I was debating with my dear friend Horace and would like an outside opinion. He believes that faith in a higher power is what inspires more people to be good. I say that more people do good without any promise of divine reward or retribution. What do you think? Ah, that's an interesting perspective. Thank you. I guess when you get down to it, as long as people are good to each other, it doesn't matter what drives them to be good. I'll be sure to share that with Horace.
Caution. Subterranean particle detonation imminent. Be advised to secure
There are many stories and films about demons, ghosts, and other entities on Mars. No wonder people here do not take religion seriously anymore.
In 5, 4, 3, 2...
Hey there. Is there any assistance the Sanctum Universum can offer you? Very well. I would be happy to take the time to speak with another child of God. Perhaps you would like to hear more about our benevolent Creator.
We can stay and listen if you like. I find theological discussions to be quite interesting.
The Sanctum Universum will always be available to you, if you wish to know more. Wonderful. God is indeed great. Not only did He breathe life into each and every one of us, but He opened the heavens to us and showed us the way to space so that we may be closer to Him. The Sanctum Universum is always here to provide guidance in your spiritual journey, if you seek it. I help run this community center along with my associate, Joy. People from all walks of life are always welcome to come here and share this space for whatever purpose they need. I am also here to assist those seeking faith in God under the Sanctum Universum, as we lack a true spiritual center here on Mars. In its simplest form, Sanctum Universum believes that God has given us the ability to manipulate the heavens so that He may lead us to Him. As such, we accept those from all the faiths of old, provided they seek faith in the Almighty Creator. Because to truly follow the teachings of our Lord and Creator, you must still have faith. Were He to simply lead us to Him directly, it would defeat the purpose. You see, our mortal journey is still an important part of the human experience. We must learn and grow in our lives. Only then can we prove we are worthy of joining Him in the hereafter. We will always offer assistance to anyone who needs it, regardless if they choose to follow our faith. One is not conditional upon the other. We would never turn someone in need away, and we will happily serve those of any level of need. Of course, we are happy to provide. Come back anytime. faith
detonation
be with you.
concluded. It is now safe to resume normal activities.
Sidonia's not so bad. Honest work, good pay. I can't complain.
What a long day.
Can you believe people used to think the nearby mountain was a face on the
Graffiti
surface
and
of
other
rocks?
street art is not tolerated per Sidonia City Ordinance 5.82. Failure to comply with this ordinance will result in fines not exceeding
If you need a quiet spot to think, the community center is a good place. New to Sidonia? Hope you like sand. I came to do a little good old-fashioned soul searching. You'd think it'd be easy to find, given it's my soul. But nope. Turns out it's a lot harder than it looks.
Oh man.
I lived a pretty quiet life to start. But the quieter things got, the more noise I made. Got into trouble, did the whole teenage rebellion tour, that sort of thing. Dad used to say I was made reckless by boredom, but I think he deserves some of the credit. Have a good one.
I have a pen pal in New Atlantis. We've never met in person, but she's still one of my best friends. 20 years ago, I moved to Sidonia on a whim. Never thought I'd stay for as long as I have. Not to get all sappy, but I lost a son in the war. It's been 20 years, but it still makes my brain a bit swirly thinking about it. Just never got to say goodbye, you know? That bugs me. So I come here to try and get peace. Joy and Horus? I think they get along well enough. Sure, they argue, but that's a good thing. Disagreement's healthy. What good are your beliefs if you never have to defend them? All right.
Hello all, and good morning.
Just smell that dust clear.
Hey! Haven't seen you around here before. Did you just move in? Oh, yeah? Word gets around, I guess. Well, if you got a way to get off world, then maybe you can help. I found out recently that my favorite book series, Dragonstar Force, had a very limited initial run. I really want to collect all the first editions, but it's hard for me to get them shipped all the way out here. I already tracked down Volume 1. Could you go buy it and bring it back here for me? I'll pay you back, of course. Plus, extra for your trouble. They're these old science fiction fantasy books about space and good versus evil and a mysterious magical relic called the Dragon Star. Now, there's this team of heroes who fight space wizards and dragons, demons, and whoever else seeks to take over the galaxy using the Dragon Star. You will? Wow, you're the first person to actually agree to do it. Thanks. Like I said, I'll make it worth it to you. You won't regret it.
A reminder that particle detonations can occur beyond the city limits between the hours of 0600 and 1800
Stay safe.
local time.
I could use a break. Mars is ripe with resources, which means there's always going to be plenty of work.
Sometimes I wish I'd taken an easier job.
Subterranean particle detonation imminent. Be advised to secure loose articles and find stable ground or remain seated in the event of significant tremors. Detonation occurs in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Particle detonation concluded. It is now safe to resume. United Colonies Department of Labor would like to remind you that working too much overtime is harmful to your health. And any injuries or mistakes you incur while suffering the effects of work or exhaustion can also harm your company's bottom line.
I wish there were more kids like me around. The grown-ups are always so grumpy. Hi, I'm Renee, and I'm so bored. My mom and dad say not to talk to people I don't know, so I thought maybe I could talk to you, and then I know you, and I won't be so bored. See? Now we're friends! And my parents can't say I'm not allowed to talk to you! Anyway, what do you want to talk about? Not really. I mean, there's Taye. He's a good friend. But he's also one of my only friends. There aren't many kids on Mars, 'cause my mom says that this is really only a place where people come to work hard jobs for a little while. But I wish there were more kids, 'cause it gets boring, like when Taye is busy and my mom and dad are off working. It's okay, I guess. It's better than living outside, because Mars can't support life outside and I'd die. But maybe it would be nice to live on another planet someday. I think I used to when I was a real little kid. And sometimes my mom and dad would take me to visit my grandma and grandpa in New Atlantis. I like to play with Taye sometimes. We come up with lots of games to play. Sometimes we listen to music or watch shows. But when he's not around, I like to draw. Sometimes I draw things and give them to people since they're so mopey all the time. It makes them smile. Actually, want to help me? I just drew these great pictures of Space Frog, but I can't go out right now. Can you help put them up for me? It's Space Frog from outer space, and he's a little frog character that I made up. I've never seen a real frog before, but I've seen pictures. Anyway, he lives in space and goes around to different planets helping people who are sad or need help. He's great. My mom says it does. She says her work friends like my drawings because they make them smile. She says it's because there aren't many kids here, and lots of people miss having kids around. Or it reminds them of their families. Yeah, they've let me do it before. But they're working, so they can't help me do it, and they don't let me leave the condos without them. They say it's for my safety, but my friend Taya's mom sometimes lets him go out without her. I don't know. You will? Thank you, thank you, thank you! People are gonna be so happy! Here's a bunch of copies of the Space Frog drawing I made. You can post them in places where you think people will see them. Thank you so much!
The Office of Governor Hurst would like to remind all Sidonia citizens to do their part to keep Sidonia clean.
These are supposed to be luxurious condominiums? Huh. If you ask me, I find them to be rather underwhelming.
Hey, I haven't seen you around here. Best not be looking for trouble, right? I've seen some karate videos. Hey, who are you? Nice to meet you. I'm Tae. I live here in the condos. Sorry, I don't usually talk to strangers, and I don't know. I guess I'm thinking about lots of different things right now. I don't really know what to say. Nah, there's no school in Sidonia. My mom says it's because everything's so packed together, there's no room for it. But also, there's almost no kids here either, so it doesn't make sense to have one. Instead, we learn remotely. It's cool, I guess, but it'd be cooler if I got to hang out with more kids my age. Like, my friend Renee is fun to hang out with and all, but I think she probably feels the same way. Having a real school would be nice. Yeah, I'm just worried about my mom. She gets sad all the time, and I just want to help her. She's been that way since my dad died. Only, she doesn't like me talking about it to other people, so I probably shouldn't. But you know what? Maybe you should talk to her? She says she doesn't get to talk to too many other adults much. Maybe talking to her'd help. I don't know. It's worth a shot, though. Right? I don't know. I guess we just make up some games. Usually I just hang out and talk with Renee, since she's close to how old I am. Sometimes we go to the community center, and they have stuff to do there. Like crafts, movies, music, and other activities. But, except not when the adults are having a meeting. Renee calls them sad meetings because everyone seems so sad in them. I asked my mom what they were, but she says it was something to do with drinking. And like, I've never gotten sad after drinking water, so I don't know what's going on. See you around.
Do you have a child or children between the ages of 5 to 18?
It's been years since the Styard accident took Keith from us. It never gets any easier.
Routine programs teaching them art, science, mathematics, history.
Don't tell me my son Tai invited another stranger to come talk to me again, did he? That boy means well, but he's gonna drive me crazy someday. Oh, it's just that he does this all the time. Tries to get someone to come check in on me. He's got a good heart, just not the best methods. My son means well, and I know he's just trying to look out for me. My husband, his father, isn't with us anymore. It's been hard ever since. He is. I'm doing my best. Thanks for stopping by to chat. Oh, don't. That boy means well. Oh, my son means my husband. Keith died in a mining accident a few years ago. It wrecked me. Here I was, stuck on Mars, suddenly alone with a young child. I still haven't really recovered from that. I don't really know what to do. When Keith died, Deimos settled with us, Per the settlement, they agreed to buy this condo and allow us to live here rent-free until Tae turns 18. Finding work that I can do as a single mother here on Cydonia has been almost impossible. What little money we do get from the settlement every month goes directly towards what we need to live. To be fair, Deimos provides us with a sustainable lifestyle. They take care of health expenses, food, and more. But it's not enough to pick up and move. Now? Nothing. I haven't worked in almost 10 years, not since we moved here for Keith's job. I had originally been offered a job here at the local Galbank branch as its manager. But not a week before I was due to start, they announced that the Cydonia branch was to be fully automated instead. It was never meant to be permanent anyway, but then when Keith died, I needed to take care of Tai full-time. Not many jobs here for a single mom. Tai is good. He obviously misses his daddy, and he's bright enough to understand the situation we're in. He keeps talking about how he wants to get a job and help move me out of here. He's a good boy. I don't know what I'd do without him. I just hope he doesn't have to get a job in the mines. I couldn't stand the thought of losing 2 of my guys to that life. Oh my. Are you sure? That's... My gosh, it's so generous. Thank you so much. I'll be sure to put it away into savings for Tae. Maybe we can afford a better education for him, or get off this planet someday. Then he won't have to work in the mines like his daddy. Thank you so much. If I can ever find a way to repay you, I will.
How incredibly kind. I'm continuing to learn things about you. Good things.
You're truly lucky to have a friend who shows such generosity to a total stranger. I'll never forget this.
Caution. Subterranean particle detonation imminent. Be advised to secure loose articles and find stable ground or remain seated in the event of unforeseen tremors. Detonation occurs in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I have waited so long for this book. A little longer won't hurt.
Particle detonation concluded.
What's that supposed to mean? But just because I look like I couldn't bench press a stick of raw spaghetti, I don't fit in here? Nah, just kidding. I got some issues that prevent me from working, and modern medicine could only help so much. I was offered an experimental treatment, and unfortunately, instead of getting cool superpowers, I got more medical conditions. But it's okay. They offered me this condo and set me up with enough money to get by without working. I live pretty well, all things considered. Well, I don't have the kind of money to pick up and leave. And otherwise, I kind of like it in Cydonia. My friends live here. Yeah, I get some credits every month, but I'm no millionaire. Besides, I share my money. I blow it all on games, movies, comics, books, and other stuff for me and my friends. I feel like it's better to spend it now. Create good memories for us. I try not to let it get me down. Right now, I'm just focused on living the best life possible. I may have been dealt a shit hand of cards, but I decided to say, screw that! I'm gonna play however I want instead. Though some things would be easier if I wasn't bound to my home. I'm bored? Are you kidding me? I got more entertainment at my fingertips than I'll ever finish, even if it takes forever to get to Cydonia. I don't think I'll ever be bored, and I'm certainly not going to waste my life working if I don't have to. Yeah, thanks. You too. Nice to have visitors. Ooh, yeah. I'm probably not the best person to ask about this. I mostly stay inside, watch movies, read books, and hang out with my friends. But there's a couple of bars around here. One's for the mine workers and one for everyone. Some people like hiking around Mars. It's a cool planet for that, I hear. People just kind of make their own fun here. New Atlantis, this ain't. I accidentally started watching this sports movie because it was on and I was too lazy to change the channel. It's about this underdog team full of losers. It goes on to win the championship. You know the one I'm talking about? Anyway, it wasn't bad. Yep. See you later.
Mast would like to join Sidonia in celebrating over 275 years of living on Mars. The United Colonies are proud to support the citizens of... Sidonia.
I hope getting that book won't be too much trouble.
Growing up in Sidonia, you gotta be tough.
Subterranean particle detonation imminent. Be advised to secure loose articles and find stable ground or remain seated in the event of unforeseen tremor. Detonation occurs in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Particle detonation concluded. It is now safe to resume normal activity.
How's it? Sometimes it feels like the UC forgets we're out here. But there'd be no UC if it hadn't been for Mars.
If you are looking for spare parts, look elsewhere. I need mine for structural stability.
The heart of the subtle systems, SSNN.
This is a courtesy reminder that despite the low gravity on Mars, a fall into Sidonia's lower level is still likely to result in injury or death. Please exercise caution near balcony edges.
You've got to have a sense of humor, or else work and everything else is dull.
I heard they found another new freshwater deposit.
Now in their sight. Wow. The pirates of the Crossing.
Hey there.
This here is the most important work in the galaxy. Talk to me if you reckon you can hack it as a bounty hunter.
Horace and I may disagree on matters of faith.
Space Frog's gonna be famous! Maybe he'll even get his own cartoon show after this! Hi! Thanks for doing that for me! I wish I could do it myself, but having a friendly adult help me is almost as good. I know, right? Last time I did this, lots of people came over to tell me how much they loved it. I only hope these drawings stay up longer this time. Anyways, it's not much, but I got a little something for you as a thank you.
This is a courtesy reminder that despite the low gravity on Mars, a fall into Sidonia's lower level is still likely to result in injury or death. Please exercise caution near balcony.
Mast has recovered a significant amount of data stolen from Galbank. What was stolen? Why and how it was stolen? In a press statement, Galbank acknowledged there was a data breach and reassured its customers that their accounts have not been compromised and their credits are safe.
Watch out for the robots. They're surprisingly sneaky.
If you need a little, touch up, I'm happy to help. We all want to look.
You'd be surprised, I think. There are many dangerous jobs on Mars. Mining, military training, manufacturing. As such, there are sometimes accidents. Therefore, it stands to reason there is a lot of reconstructive surgery to be done after the other doctors and surgeons do their work. The work being done here at this enhanced branch may not be as glamorous as others, but it is no less important to those that receive it. I admit, I took this job because I thought it would be easier and low stress. I thought, who would be getting cosmetic surgery in a place like this? But I was wrong. I am constantly busy treating scars, fitting prosthetics, and helping people recover from the dangers of working here. I want to keep working for Enhance, but until my transfer is approved and a replacement is found, it looks as if I'll be stuck here. You're probably right. At the end of the day, I'm helping someone look their best. Maybe it's not as bad as I thought. Be safe.
Ooh,
I swear the next gobshite miner who walks in here fancying me for lack of better options is gonna need enhanced to put their face back together.
Let me guess. You're here because you were working a cutter, accidentally nipped your thumb off, and you need me to reattach it again? Well, that's a relief. You'd be surprised. Happens at least once or twice a week. Sorry. I tend to think the worst, since the overwhelming majority of my patients come here to treat entirely preventable accidents. I know it's my job to help people, and I love doing it, but I do wish they'd be a little more careful down in the mines. I'm Dr. Flynn. What can I do for you today?
Bollocks. Is that how I come off now? Work's getting to me, I suppose. It's just... You see, no one on this bloody planet seems to follow basic safety precautions. It's always, Dr. Flynn, reattach me arm, or help me with this frostbite. Well, maybe if you took the time to properly dress yourself for the outside, you wouldn't be losing your fingers, you idiot. Sorry for the rant, just for a change, I'd rather be treating a common cold, and not some horrific yet entirely preventable accident. You know, I've been saying that going on 10 years now. You'd think I'd take me own advice, open up my own practice on a nice, safe world, maybe settle down with someone. I'd be much happier, for sure. But the truth is, the pay is exceptional here, and all these careless idiots keep me busy. Maybe it's enough to stay with it and retire early instead.
I've often wondered why myself. I've got some theories. From what I hear, the equipment's supposedly not in the best shape, so that's part of it. But I also happen to know the miners can get very competitive, since their bonuses are determined by how well they exceed their quotas. So that leads to a bunch of meatheads going out of their way to avoid following safety precautions and taking shortcuts to squeeze out a little extra job performance. It's bollocks, that's what it is. Okay, one moment while I look you over. Not even sure it's worth the ointment, but you're the patient. Sure, if that's what you want. Take care. Hello.
Have you checked your air filters lately? The city of Sidonia recommends checking your filtration units every 2 weeks for old, faulty, or improperly fitted filters. Martian dust is a leading cause of respiratory illness. Remember, keep it breathing so you don't get wheezy.
Are all unknown at this time. In a press statement, Galbank acknowledged there was a data breach and reassured its customers that their accounts have not been compromised and their credits are safe.
We got a lot of good stuff here. Come take a look, eh? Hello, welcome to the Sidonia UC Exchange. The best goods, all courtesy of the United Colonies, straight to all of the wonderful UC soldiers, workers, and other citizens. I've got a little of this, a little of that, and maybe a little of some other things you wouldn't expect to find at the UC shop, But that's because I try to provide for everyone here. So, please, browse my stock and let me know what I can get for you, friendo. Oh, friendo, you have no idea. You see, not only do I sell goods for the United Colonies, I also need to receive the shipments, stock the shelves, manage the inventory. Why, even now I have this big delivery. Tracking says it is here, but it is clearly not here. I don't see it, do you? The ship is out in the desert of Mars, not where it should be. Ship services tells me they can look at it, but I need my goods soon, and they're taking too long. Or just various crates of supplies. Nothing unusual. You see what I have in stock, yes, friendo? More of that. The people here, they need their supplies. And I need to sell them supplies. And without that shipment, neither can happen, right? What happened? I don't know. The ship was marked as approaching, then it landed somewhere out there, and that was the last I heard. Did it crash? I hope not. But maybe, yes, it did. That would be terrible. My shipment would be ruined. And the ship's crew. Oh, how tragic. What if? But we must not assume. We must be sure. And we must get my shipment. That is also important. Let's not forget. Please, no. Have you ever dealt with them? I have. Too much bureaucracy. Everything takes too long. Some of the goods are perishable. You could do this for me much faster. And you seem better equipped than I to deal with any problems you may find on board. You could? Yes? This is what I hoped when we talked. If you go to where the ship was last seen, you could look at it. Find out what happened. Take care of anything on board that shouldn't be there. Pirates, killer robots, heat leeches, whatever. And check the crates to make sure nothing is broken. Then come back to me, so I can send someone to recover the shipment and get to selling. Easy as peasy, as they say.
Please keep prolonged showers and other water use to a minimum. Do your part to preserve our precious resources. Thank you from the Sidonia Department of Public Works.
Welcome back. Will you tell me the word on my ship?
You're obviously
Anything?
delighted. Galbank prides itself on putting customers first. Reliability, dependability, and service. What was stolen, why, and how it was stolen.
Ain't you brave, coming to see a bona fide tracker?
Keep a lookout. Notify us if you see anything suspicious.
Careful! We're working on some delicate stuff around here.